Hey, Karen, so excited to introduce you to my friends. And I just want to ask you quickly about something that I'm a bit excited about, just having listened to some of the scientists, talk to people that are using it. I just got mine in the mail, the Sharp Focus, but you are a few weeks ahead of me. So how long have you been taking this? And just give me a quick snapshot of how you feel.
So probably for the last 20 days. Hi, Kerry. Sorry, I'm so super excited. Um, I have been taking this stuff for the last 20 days, and I just recently came back from the US after being there for 10 days. So I took it for 7 days before I went to the US. And can I tell you the story about what's happened for me?
Yeah. I just knew that you were super
So
focused and excited about it.
yes. And so I'm 59 years old. I've gone through menopause, all that sort of stuff. And I also, since COVID, have worked a lot more on computers and my phone than I did before. I used to be very in person,
Yeah.
um, doing presentations and stuff to people
Yeah.
face to face.
Yeah.
And now I work on my phone nearly most of the time. And I find that I have found that the longer I've been doing it, the more trouble I have with staying focused.
Yeah.
I think it's because of all the bings and all that sort of stuff that
Yeah.
are constantly happening. My mind is going from one thing to the other all the time. And what I've found is that I'm not productive. I get interrupted with something, even if I put my things on, my notifications off and stuff, I still
Mm.
get interrupted with stuff. And it takes me so long to get back to where I
Yeah.
was before.
I hear you.
And also after going through menopause, a bit of brain fog, all that sort of stuff happening. And I just was not achieving things that I was trying to achieve. And at the end of the day, I was just lost and
Yeah.
thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do better. Here's my list. I'm going to focus on my
Yep.
list. Anyway, it hasn't been working for me. I got my hands on this. I was lucky enough to get a sample before our pre-release, and it's two every day. The first day I took it, I achieved more in that day than I have probably in the month previous. I was able to go through my list and tick things off. I was able to keep on task, and I didn't let all the noise around me interrupt my myself. And it wasn't just about discipline, it was about being able to concentrate fully. And that hasn't happened for me for a very, very long time.
Wow.
And so I'm super excited about this product. And then also traveling overseas, when I went to America for meetings. And so, time difference, all that sort of stuff. I continued to take it in the morning there, and it enabled me to focus straight away into what I was supposed to be doing. And I do have another product that helped me get in the right time zone, but I can talk to you about that another time.
I want to hear about that
But
too. And so it's just because you held up the sasha, I'm like, we don't know what that looks like.
yes,
So it's
sorry.
just two little capsules.
Yes.
So it just arrived in the mail. I just took two, so I'm looking forward to a productive afternoon. But it did actually work quickly for you, didn't it?
I
The
noticed
first
within
day?
45 minutes of taking it. And everybody that I'm speaking to that has now got in that hot little hands are ringing me up and they're going, oh my goodness, Karen, this stuff is fantastic. And I can feel the difference immediately without that high. Like, I'm caffeine intolerant.
Yeah.
And so I can't, unlike you, Kerry, who is a connoisseur of coffee, I love the smell of coffee, but it's not something that works for me. I can
Yeah.
actually feel the blood running up my arm, running back
Yeah.
up, running back up, heart palpitations,
Mm.
all that sort of stuff. Don't sleep. However, this has got some caffeine in it. It's a slow release caffeine, and it doesn't do that to me. And it's in a very, very healthy dose, so it's not
So
bad
good.
for you. That I still sleep really well at nighttime, and I'm not getting those negative sides of caffeine that I would get if I had a cup of coffee.
Yeah. So just quickly, the sleep one, which I haven't got yet. So did you start taking them on the same day or later?
Yeah, yes, actually, no, that's not true. I started taking this first, and I took this for 7 days before I got my hands on this. And so I only got this in the US. It's available now in Australia for a limited time.
Yeah.
Um, but I was able to pick it up in the US because it was already released there as a product. And
Yeah.
so I got it on day one of being in the US. And it's a scoop of, it's powder. You just mix it with some hot water, about a quarter of a cup, and it fizzes up. And then you can either drink it as a shot, or I filled it up and have it like a tea or a tonic
Yeah.
at nighttime, half an hour before you're ready to go to bed. And I've got to say, I sleep better so well. And when I was traveling in the US, taking this at the appropriate time to make sure that I got in a good sleep pattern, straight away, that first night, slept 10 hours. And then the next night it was 8 hours, and the next night it was 8 hours. And then coming home, same thing. I only had one morning that I actually woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and thought, it's time to get out. But that was one morning, not a whole week of mornings.
Yeah.
What a difference that makes for someone that's a traveler.
Yeah, amazing. I'm looking forward to trying that. And I've only been to the US once. I was so jet lagged, it was awful. But yeah, I think
usually takes me 3 or 4 days on either side. 3 or 4 days when I get there to get my in the right time zone, and the same coming home. Whereas it's been hasn't been changing at all.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I know the ingredients are like all
Good
amazing
stuff.
nutrients. Yeah. So it's like it's good for our brain and our body. The science is incredible, and I know yeah, I'm just really excited to try this. So thank you.
Just one thing, Kerry, if that's okay. This range is it's called Mind, MYND, which stands for My New Day, and it's all about nutrients that are good for the brain.
Yeah.
And if our brain is healthy, it doesn't go through the struggles. And so we know that mental health is all about our brain health, and this is all stuff that's feeding our brain, so that our bodies can not have to go through the struggles that many people are going through today.
Yeah, all connected, because if we are exhausted, we can't do the exercise that we want to do. It's everything is connected. So
if we're not sleeping at night,
yeah,
you know what, our body cannot heal itself.
Yeah, and that's it. So brain and our body healing itself overnight. So much amazing neuroscience around sleep, as well as all these nutrients. So thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how this impacts people in my world too.
I'm really excited to share too. Thank you so much, Kerry, for having me on.
Thank you. Bye.